When you're stuck at home, well, you're not alone. It's Grey Mid Best Friends. Grey Mid Best Friends. Ah, wee.
Welcome to episode 8 of Grey Mid Best Friends. I'm Tyler McClure, your host, and with me is my co-host, Brian Danger Smith. How you doing today, Brian?
I'm doing fantastic. Tyler, how are you?
Oh, I'm just dandy. And part of the reason I am feeling so upbeat is that we are very fortunate enough today to sit down with an office legend, the man with all the phones, Mark Beck. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Mark, so how you been holding up?
Through the pandemic, it's been very easy for me. You know, I typically work a couple 3 days a week at home anyway, and this has kept me and my wife and daughter out of restaurants, and I've been playing a lot of golf.
Nice.
Yeah, had the boat out a couple times, so yeah, it's going good. Work wise, it's it's worked out real well. I think I don't go to a lot of meetings, so.
I think that leads to kind of the next question on here. What the hell do you do at Grey Midwest?
Plain and simple, I click on links.
Yeah.
But no, to sum it up, I check over pretty much anything that the public's going to see, websites, email campaigns, mostly, and just make sure they're ready to go on different devices, and as many people can use them, and they work the same, and yeah. And then I also do pretty much content management with the Febreze brand.com.
How long you been with the company?
13, a little over 13 and a half years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know, like, how do you find out that you're the best link clicker out there, and you are the man for the job for trying to break websites before we launch them?
Well, there's a national ranking out there, actually, Brian, and I was number 3 in the nation, National Association of Link Checkers.
So before we were recording, you were mentioning that you're pretty far out there in terms of your home location. Where are you located?
Butler, Kentucky.
So what's when we're going to the office? What is your commute like?
Right about an hour.
Man, I couldn't do that mainly because I don't want to spend that much time with myself. So
I used to listen to books on tape, but then like the Philadelphia Chicken CD got stuck in the CD player, and so I couldn't listen to books on tape anymore.
What do you do? Do you read? What do you do?
I talk to myself. I do sometimes give myself the silent treatment, though. I try not to argue. I'm not talking to you.
You end up making up at the end, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Tell us about your boat. I didn't realize we had so many boat people in the office.
Oh yeah. So this is my second boat. My first boat sank twice. So we bought a hopefully an unsinkable boat, 20-foot pontoon boat that's set up for fishing. I had it out on the water last year over 50 days. So
Can you tell us a long-winded story about how this boat sank?
the first time, so in the state of Kentucky, we have lakes. Lakes pretty much stay the same level overnight, right? Not as much when you're next to the Gulf of Mexico and in the international intercoastal waterway. Turns out the water level goes up and down about 5 or 6 feet. Evidently, we had it tied a little too tight, so the boat tipped. Water came back in, down to the bottom she went.
Okay.
That's the first time.
And so you were on it the second time it sunk?
The second time, yeah, that was the very next year. we're cruising along. We're only about, I don't know, mile and a half offshore, and we hadn't taken the boat out because the water was rough. It was only like a little 15 and a half foot open bow boat. Once water comes up over them, you're screwed, you know. And my son was driving, and it just a ripple came, and he had the bow down, and that's the front of the boat, by the way. And it came up over, and then all of a sudden another one came, and all of a sudden you hear him scream, "Get the life jackets! This son of a bitch is going down!" But luckily, some people came by right away. They saw it happen, and they pulled us up, took us back, and of course, the boat sank. So I'm hanging out at the house. This is over Christmas again last year, and all of a sudden, the Fish and Wildlife or state police or somebody comes knocking at the door. He goes, "Your name Mark Beck?" I said, "Yeah. You found my boat, didn't you?" He goes, "Yep." Cost me $2,000 to have this boat hauled back. I paid $900 for the boat. So the pontoon boat is much more stable.
Right.
The water goes up and over it.
So basically, you break websites and you break boats. That's
Yes. Yes, I do.
Can we set up like a race between you, Tony, and Fader on their boats?
Fader's a professional. Tony, I don't know. I don't know if he ever actually takes us out of the dock,
So we're going to take a brief pause right now to give a shout out to our sponsors. We're very fortunate enough to work with, but don't worry, we'll be back with some more boat stuff with Mark Beck.
Gray Mid Best Friends is proudly sponsored by Pants with buttons. They miss your legs.
And we are back. Today we are very fortunate enough to sit down with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mark Beck. We are at Hot Seat. Mark, what was the last picture you took with your cell phone?
Probably my buddy passed out drunk on my golf trip. he had a little too much bourbon.
What has been your favorite website to build or break?
Definitely a Healthy Choice years ago. We did Fortune Cookie Writer. It was awesome.
Are you a French fry or an onion ring man?
Onion ring.
beer or wine.
Both.
Nice. What was the last thing you've watched?
The Waltons. They come on at noon.
And your favorite band?
John Prine.
Are you an iPhone or an Android person? And we know you have opinions on it.
I'll say iPhone.
All right.
Yeah. Are you a Mac or a PC person?
PC.
That's right. This is a two-parter. What did you have for breakfast today? And are you sad that Lydia did not make it for you?
Coffee. And that's why I only had coffee, because Lydia wasn't here. Yeah, I mean, that shit is awesome. I love that stuff.
So, do you think that high school Mark Beck would think that current Mark Beck is cool?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. Says what a dork I was in high school, I guess.
And then, completely related, how do you take your eggs?
Mostly over easy.
So, why do they call you Mark September?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, Marissa. I forgot. I don't know.
Do you have a preferred office lunch, whether it's catered or you like Brian? Are you in the back making company ham sandwiches?
Free. You would have thought I'd lost weight over the last few weeks, but I haven't. Obviously.
Mark, do you have any pets?
Right now we're down to only a cat and a dog, and I'm surprised the dog hasn't been here. At times we've had 3 dogs and 2 cats, but we've got a Great Dane and named Paisley Ray, and a cat.
Nice. What's the cat's name?
Sushi.
Are you a Mr. Redlegs guy or a Gapper guy?
Mr. Redlegs.
And gotta know, Skyline or Gold Star?
Gold Star.
So I'm guessing you are a Cincinnati native then.
No, Kentucky.
So you did mention earlier with your boating story, you have kids. Is it the 2 that you mentioned, or do you have more?
Yeah, no, 2. I have my daughter just finished her sophomore year in high school. She'll be 16 next week, actually, Hannah.
Yes.
And my son is turned 18 in February, and I guess technically he graduated from high school this year, but we haven't had any kind of graduation or anything yet. So
We do have one final question for you, and it's what do you want to say to your coworkers at Gray Midwest?
laugh. It's fun to laugh. Feels good to laugh. What the hell, you know? I think that's it.
That's good life advice. So yeah, thank you again for making time for us, Mark. We really appreciate it. And we're gonna throw things over to our good friend John Stickway, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
G'day, Gloria OG Garcia. She's the original Gloria. First one we've ever had. OG, original Gloria.
When you're stuck at home.